I got to ask you guys, because if you guys played games in Vegas, you would know that if you bet on the Suns, you won a lot of money. They were the underdog and obviously the higher seed. At what point in this game did you really believe it was going to be the Phoenix Suns overtaking the Los Angeles Lakers in this series?
At halftime last night, because the Suns were up 20, Devin Booker was on fire, Anthony Davis started the game, left the game with an injury, and LeBron James looked fatigued, and I saw him look over to the sideline and ask for a substitute. And we're not going to get into this GOAT conversation thing right now, but I just want to say something to you.
Yeah, you can talk to me.
I just want to say something to you.
You can talk to me.
When Michael Jordan started winning championships, right, he ain't lose in the first round.
Okay.
And you know what else he ain't do? He ain't asked to come out of playoff games. And I saw my brother, the King, do that 2 times. He was fatigued, emotionally and psychologically. He knew when they lost Anthony Davis, they did not have a chance to win that series. And I want to give the Phoenix Suns a ton of credit. LeBron James, he will respond. The Lakers will respond when healthy. But I want to make sure I give the Suns all of the credit in the world.
First and foremost, congrats to CP3 and Devin Booker, who brought that Mamba mentality. They deserve all the credit in the world. Back to you on this. I hear what you're saying about LeBron James. Was it disappointing for me to watch this happen? Yes. I did watch Michael Jordan win championships with Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, one hell of a cast. AD was been hurt, and I'm not making excuses for LeBron at all. But we do have to remember that my man just did win a championship in October.
Thanks.
October, okay? Played crazy minutes in the pandemic. He's playing through injury as well. And I'm gonna be real with you. He needed some damn help, J. Rose. It takes help to win a championship. And I understand Michael Jordan might be the greatest scorer of all time. That's not what LeBron James is. I recognize that. But it would be nice to see some help from guys like Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, Andre Drummond, Frank Vogel, maybe the rotation. Why is Montrezl Harrell playing 10 minutes per game?
And getting the
Why he's 6th man of the year. Why and you need help on versatility, guard and pick and rolls. Why is he not there? A lot of questions.
All of those are facts, but you still need your best player to go out and give me 35 or 40. He said that he was going to empty the gun.
I hear you.
And then throw the gun.
I
There's still bullets in the gun.
I know. I can't really defend it. I tried.
And it's on his waist.
I tried. He's 36, man.
And he also said he didn't.
I'm starting to see like father time.
And that's okay.
I know. I don't want it to be okay.
Okay.
I don't want it to be okay.
No, but he told us that after the injury, he didn't think he was going to get back to 100% of who LeBron James is this season.
I don't like that.
But he said that. He told us that. And Anthony Davis was only able to play 41 games this season, so that meant LeBron had to play some games without him. So that's even more mileage on you. They had a shorter offseason. There's a lot going against him. And obviously it didn't change the way you feel about LeBron. But did this series change the way you feel about anyone that played in it?
It changed the way I feel about AD as the second best player on the championship caliber team because you got to help me get through the regular season. And there are certain players that are injury prone, and that's fine. Look at Joel Embiid, for example. He played 52 games this year, but they still got the #1 seed because they had a great supporting cast. Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and the infrastructure that Doc Rivers and that team has. The Lakers built themselves on 2 superstars and a lot of like free agents, a lot of Andre Drummond available, Montrezl Harrell, Wes Matthews. Like they're not nurturing a team. So based on that fact, they're going to need somebody else that can play lion's share of the regular season minutes to hold it down so LeBron doesn't have to, so he doesn't get fatigued, Jay, when the playoffs start.
You know, I'm not going to be one of these people that sits up here on national TV and says, you know, a lot of people were calling AD street clothes and things of that sort. I don't do that. To play through injury is a tough thing for anybody to do, especially the Achilles, the knee, and then the groin. But if Anthony Davis doesn't come back next season looking like a chiseled monster, then this is going to be a major problem for me, right? All I've seen, AD is so special talent-wise, J. Rose. His body's always looked the same, though. Have you ever noticed that? Like, AD needs to take this offseason, come back next year chiseled up, put on some weight, still have that versatility. But I think in the preparation of his body, I think that's been my biggest question for AD, right? Because his body breaks down. So you having that season when Michael Jordan got beat up by the Detroit Pistons, came back, was different. You felt it. That's what AD needs to do next year.
Well, sometimes it's not always about putting muscle on either. Like it's going to be about flexibility. There's like different ways that you can build your body and prepare it to sustain throughout an entire season. But you talked about the off season, J. Rose, and what they might need. I mean, if you're in a position of power with the Lakers right now, what are you looking for? You look at these numbers and these stats, and how are the changes that you're going to make come
Wait, Jay,
through?
can I ask you a question, J. Rose, before you answer this?
Sure, and they don't have much.
They don't have much. You know, we play these games.
Okay.
If you can give up AD for Dame, if you were LeBron James, would you do it? This is legit. Would you do it? You're Rob Pelinka, Rich Paul, LeBron James. You like, I got AD or I have a chance to get Dame?
So with the Queen Maria Taylor, we've sat at this table, and I've had to stop people from saying AD was a top 5 player. Said he was a top 10 player, that Dame was closer to being to a top 5 player. That was before this year, that was before the bubble, all of that, right? I'm taking Dame. No doubt about it. You call me and you want to trade me Dame right now, if you ain't gonna give me Steph, give me Dame. Absolutely. You can take AD.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.